Hello and welcome to Let Me Ask My Sister, the podcast where we overthink life so you don't have to. We're your hosts, Aoife and
Sorcha. So pull up a seat, siblings, and let me ask you this.
girls. We've got a listener email from a man.
A man?
A man. A man is listening. Maybe
No.
many men.
Are they related to us? What else are they doing here? Do you know in Easy A where did you remember that film Easy A with
Yeah, I loved Easy A.
what's her face? What's her name?
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone, that's her. There's a boy at the door and then her parents, it's what's his face? Oh my god, I can't remember anyone's
Danny
name.
Tucci.
Danny Tucci. It's like, a boy,
glad I'm here.
a boy. A man is listening. What does the man have to say?
So he has a conundrum, which we will get to later on.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Tease. Well, have you seen the new Amazon Prime show Ride or Die?
No, I don't think I've even heard of it.
Oh my God, you'd love it. It's so good. So it's with Hannah
Yep.
Waddingham and Octavia Spencer. Hannah Waddingham she's in Ted Lasso. She's the one who owns AFC Richmond.
Okay, I've actually never watched Ted Lasso.
You've never watched Ted Lasso?
I know. So Owen went ahead and watched it without me. I think I was going to bed early. I was pregnant or something when it came out and I was just too tired to stay up and watch. And then, so he just like sprinted ahead and I'd never got a chance to catch up.
Oh my God, you'd love it. And there's a new season coming out soon.
And my office was right around the corner from where they would film all the time. And everyone would always be so giddy because they'd be there filming. And anyway, I'd obviously have a look because why wouldn't you? But yeah, never watched it.
Oh, you'd love it. It's fantastic. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's absolutely brilliant. It's just so good. I've actually watched it twice. I love it. It's fabulous. But she's great. And obviously we know Octavia Spencer from absolutely like literally any fantastic film
Well, do
you've
you
ever
know,
seen.
you say this, but I know the name, obviously. I know I like her, but I can't picture her. I'm bad at this though.
Do you remember in The Help, the scene where she makes the shit pie?
Yes.
Yes, that's her.
I knew I liked her. Amazing.
So Octavia Spencer's character is the wife of an MP. And she's basically the brains behind the whole operation. And her best friend is Hannah Waddingham, who she thinks is a forensic accountant. And then it all comes out that she is, in fact, an assassin.
Ooh.
She ends up needing to look after Octavia in the events that unfold. And it's about, they're each other's ride or die best friends, but also, Octavia Spencer needs to get in the car with Hannah Waddingham, even though she's just learned her best friend has lied to her entire life. So it's ride or die, which is, it's so good. It's really fun. It's all about female friendships and bravery and all the like little things in between. And I'd recommend it. It's a really good watch.
Oh, fun. That actually reminded me of something I saw on Instagram. No idea if this is true or not, but I will present it as facts. So
we don't deal in facts. Come on.
We don't.
I want to believe what I see on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it was a woman talking about Christopher Nolan. And then she was saying when you Google Christopher Nolan, you can also find out that he has a brother who's also a filmmaker. And then you might wonder what other brothers they have. They have one other brother. And it turns out that he was, well, according to this woman, turns out, might be true, might not be. But this woman on Instagram said that he's an assassin. And he went by the name Oppenheimer Nolan.
Ooh.
And he presented a theory that maybe that's why Christopher Nolan created the film Oppenheimer. So when you Google Oppenheimer Nolan, you find the movie not his brother, the assassin.
Alleged assassin.
Alleged assassin, Oppenheimer Nolan, yes.
Allegedly. Oh,
yeah. And then she went on to say that there's also that conspiracy theory that that's why Disney named their movie Frozen. So when you Google Disney Frozen, you don't see that that Walt Disney is cryogenically frozen himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Find the
God.
movie.
I believe all conspiracy theories.
Well, Another conspiracy theory that I love and went down a bit of a rabbit hole on last night, I think I sent you some things, what is the curse on the Mayo football team.
Mayo for Sam. They won. They broke the curse.
Yes, yes. Well, that is what I was watching yesterday as well. Speaking of reading, watching, listening to, I watched the last 20 minutes. This isn't a sports podcast, girls. Shocker.
No, it was a pretty big moment.
It was a
It was
huge moment, but
huge.
also obviously what I'm interested in is the curse and the lore of the curse.
So, okay, for our listeners that don't know, the Samuel Cup, that is the football
Samuel
cup.
Cup.
The Samuel Beckett
What is
Cup.
it?
Is it?
No, it's not the Samuel Beckett Cup.
It's a
It
Samuel
is.
Cup.
I'm with you, sir. 'Cause I don't know the full name of Sam, but it is the Sam Maguire.
The Sam Maguire Cup. Because I always heard the phrase Mayo for Sam, and I thought that they were winning this entire time. And it was only until recently that I've heard of this curse that it was broken. So basically, we had the All Ireland final
Yeah,
yesterday. It was huge. Everyone was jumping out of their seats to watch Mayo be in this final again because
yeah.
something spooky happened.
Something spooky. Well, yes, I like you, Circa. I also kept hearing the phrase Mayo for Sam. And I remember being in my early 20s and asking colleagues, what is this Mayo for Sam? And they would say, it's the same thing as Dublin for Sam. I was like, that means nothing to me.
I feel like I always only hear Mayo for Sam, though.
Oh, I suppose it's because of this curse. So I'll tell you what I heard about the curse. Maybe you can tell me what you've heard because I don't know if we have the same information or if the curse lore is different, as I discovered in my WhatsApp group and in my Googling last night. Anyway, enough of the preamble, but the curse is.
Wouldn't be like
Sorry.
us. Go on.
Okay, I remember mum telling me about this curse. Maybe mum didn't. No, I think it is mum. Anyway, mum, you're getting the glory. Mum told me about the curse that in 1951 was the last time that the Mayo senior men's football team won the All Ireland final. And they brought the Sam Maguire Cup home to Mayo. And on their journey in some town along the way, they came across a funeral procession and they refused to stop their parade or their shenanigans or something. They refused to be quiet for this funeral procession to pass through. And the priest who was leading the funeral procession was so angry and so put out at these football players that he got out of his car and he said, or he got out of his car, that he said to the players that there would be a curse on Mayo, that Mayo would never win an All Ireland final as long as all of those team members were still alive. So this is back in 1951. And now all the remaining team members had since passed away from that 1951 victory.
And they won.
I know. And they won.
So whether you believe in the curse or don't believe in the curse, I think there's so many bits in there that will like get our teeth sucked into. But
Yes.
I mean, like they have been in the finals. So to give again context for Gaelic football, if you don't know, like they are a big
No,
team.
we
They've
can't give the
been
context.
yes, we can, and we will.
Go on. I want to
I
hear
can
the
talk about
context.
something. I am a seasoned presenter. I can talk about something that I have no knowledge about whatsoever in a convincing way.
And I used
And
to
that
work
is
in
my job.
sales. So same.
They have been in the final, I think it's been 11 times since
Oh,
this curse. And they've never ever won. So that statistically, I think that's a little bit mad that they've never won. They've
yeah.
reached the final so often.
Yeah, the probability of them losing 11 times in the final is just so low.
And
It's mad.
as well, to give context for any non-Irish listeners, so Irish funerals are a pretty big deal because I know you could hear that story, be
Mhm.
like, what? A priest cursed them because they were just driving by. That's not how it goes. Even now, you would never overtake a funeral. You would just
Yeah.
drive really slowly behind them. And back in the 50s in Catholic Ireland, the way it was, you have to remember, like, the contraception was still banned then. Like you have to put
Yeah.
yourself in the cultural context of what Ireland was like. It was a huge deal. Like the Catholic Church had a monopoly on everybody. So the fact that
And
the
they
bus
were,
would have driven past absolutely buzzing would have been a huge deal.
yeah. And also the church would have been at the center of society as well. You know, like they're very much yeah, leading the troops. But there's differences. Did you hear the same curse story?
I heard the same career story. I didn't know he got out of the oh, no, he would have been whatever the pursuit of professional was. I didn't
Whatever.
know he went
Yeah,
up to the van. I thought he cursed them, and then this is the
from
story
afar.
that spread that got back
Uh,
to them. Yeah, I thought the bus kinda just
this is
kept
just
driving.
details I've added in, I think. Um, but
He opened the door. Lightning struck the bell tower. The Angelus started to go, even though it was
it
5:35.
wasn't 6 p.m. um, but other stories of the curse go that it wasn't the priest who cursed them, it was the widow of the person whose funeral it was, and that she was a traveler. So that holds more strength, I think, that she would have a better likelihood to curse them so well.
Men taking credit for a woman's curse sounds pretty
This
plausible
is
to me.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
at
yeah,
it
yeah.
again. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
at
yeah.
it again. Because when I did hear it was a priest, I was like, would a priest get involved in curses?
Is a priest going to be cursing? It's rather paganist, no? Also,
Mm.
they're loving life. You know, they love to be in the community. GAA is a huge part of the community. Do they really want to be fucking with that?
He's up there with that cash money dollar bills. I don't think he's cursing. Unless now it wasn't in Mayo, unless the priest wasn't from Mayo.
So yeah, exactly. So this
That's
is where
another
it
thing.
gets interesting though, and I think quite fun. So I read an article on RTE website on RTE.ie talking about, does the curse hold up? Well, there's no eyewitnesses that will attest to what happened, that remember the curse being
Well,
cursed.
that's because it's 1951. Now, like, mum was saying, I told you about the curse. Sure, she was a 1-year old. Like, she's not gonna
Exactly.
remember.
Yeah. Also, like, details get lost. Also, maybe the curse wasn't to their faces. There doesn't have to be eyewitnesses' accounts of the curse. This
Oh, God,
woman,
no.
this widow, a widow scorned, may have cursed them, you know, from afar, been really pissed off the next day and cursed them then. But what was interesting is that there's no chatter about the curse until the late 90s. When they had lost a bunch of times and they were like, it's because of the curse. We've been cursed since 1951.
Oh, well, I think that's more realistic because if you think about it, especially if we're going by the theory that it was the widow, which I fully believe
Mhm.
way more than the priest. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
believe that way more. A priest isn't going to be
At least
doing
she's got
any
more power.
curses. She's got way more power. Sorry, Irish pagan witches. Don't be messing with them. Don't be
Well, she
messing
must have
with
been
them.
Catholic though. She was having the funeral.
Yeah, but she probably had to be Catholic at that point and doing all the
Well,
bits and bobs in the background, you know?
yeah. We're not letting the details ruin a good story.
No, 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 no. Wouldn't be
Mm-mm.
us. Wouldn't be us. But that makes more sense to me because also to do a curse, she's going to go home, she's going to get all her bits and all her pieces and do a curse properly. She's not going to stop it. And if she was going around saying, well, I'm putting a curse on that team, everyone's going to go, sure you are, Barbara, you mad woman. Like, no one's going to believe this woman who's doing curses until the curses come true. And that is why you hear the
Sure.
chatter because they started to believe her. And that's probably why they changed it to be, oh, well, the man surely did the curse. Sorry, father.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously it's all, well, all anyone could talk about and think about over the weekend before they won the match. And obviously in the wake of it, I love the curse lore. It's so fun.
It's so good because, again, the first time they've been in the final since all the members have died. So that in the science and the
You're right. It is. It's the whole psychology of it all. Like it's they're freed from the curse now. I would imagine those lads going onto the field were like, this is it, lads. We're gonna win. The curse has been broken.
yeah,
There's no reason we're not gonna win now. And they're
it would
they're
just be in your head, and the lads playing them would have been like Kerry were probably going, oh shit, well the curse is broken now. Like they might
yeah.
just that tiny bit of doubt that's in your brain. Your
Yeah.
mind is so powerful; it will believe what you tell it to believe. And if you're saying
100%.
there is a magic reason why we will win today. Your body will just play better because you're telling your
Yeah.
body to play better.
Well, it's manifestation, really,
It
isn't it?
is. It is. It
Yeah.
all comes back to manifestation.
They manifested this win. Go on, Sam. Or go on, Mayo. But all the like
Well,
I don't
Sam.
know.
Sam did a really good
Go on,
job.
Sam.
We're so proud of Sam.
Yeah. Well done, Sam. Um, so obviously you don't know much about any of the teams, but I think I was hearing all of the radio, all the commentators were saying that Kerry were a much stronger team and that they were likely to win. So, that's another aspect to think about in terms of what they were thinking and what they were, the psychological aspect beforehand as well. So fair play to Mayo for pulling through and saying, no, 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 the curse is gone.
And they did it.
They
And
took it.
I do fully think the psychological element of it would play a massive part, especially for kind of how close it was there at the end. I do
Yeah,
think that there would just be something in your head, whether you were playing for Mayo or against them, it would just be in there. And you have all like the energy in the stadium was massive. People could really
yeah.
believe that this was it, the curse was going to lift. And there's that element of excitement that adds to a story that just makes anyone kind of want it to be true.
Oh yeah, the collective energy of everyone there rooting for Mayo,
Yeah.
like that. Owen, like that's what Owen was saying is that I think everyone there was up for Mayo, and everyone after. So usually after the match is finished, everyone kind of starts to file out.
Yeah.
But he's like everyone was just sticking around for a good like half an hour, 45 minutes, watching them lift the cup and all the speeches and all of that, because you could just tell. You could just feel that everyone knew that it was a really historic moment, which is so lovely. It just gives me the warm and
The,
fuzzies. I love,
com- the community aspect.
yeah,
I gets
love a good,
you. Do you see
love a
that
good
one
group
Mayo?
happy feeling moment.
Do you see that one Mayo supporter, the older man, when they won, he just blessed himself and then burst into tears. He was like,
Oh, oh. Yeah,
it's
because
so sweet.
I was watching it with the boys, and obviously there's like so many emotions in the stadium, and then they were like panning around to all the families and the kids and stuff, and there's one kid I want to say about their age, maybe six-ish, and he just looked like so close to tears, and my oldest oldest commented on it and said he looks like he's about to cry. Why would he cry? They just won. I was like, because they're so emotional. It was funny as well. So, like we said, we're not really the sporting gals. Couldn't tell you a member at any of the teams' names, but the WhatsApp was hopping about the match, more specifically about the curse. One of the girls was saying that she's so disappointed that there's no curse anymore because she's like, it seems like the fairies aren't really up to much.
Now, don't be getting the fairies involved in a widow's curse. They're very different things. I think
True.
I actually amn't going to comment anything on the fairies. I respect them
Obviously,
because the Irish, like, we're a very superstitious nation.
yeah.
We really are. We'd all bless ourselves if a ambulance or anything would go past. I think that's still very much a thing.
Do you do that?
Oh, I still would, yeah. Would you not bless yourself?
Not an ambulance, a hearse, yeah. Funeral procession, yeah.
Oh, I would now for
But
an
not
ambulance.
an ambulance.
Any Nino, I'd be
You
blessing myself.
you must be busy over there now.
Oh
Bless
my
if you ever
God.
get a chance to bless
I'm doing the
yours.
Stations of the Cross every day in London. Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Genuinely. Yeah.
We are, yeah, that and the magpies, one for sorrow, two for joy. That very
The
superstitious.
magpies.
And then speaking of the fairies,
Yeah.
we also had that road that we built around a fairy fort. Do you remember that?
Many roads, I believe. Which road are you referring to?
The big road, the big new road, the M50. A couple now this is going back at least a decade now, I'd say.
Okay.
But the plans and planning permission was to cut through a fairy fort. And then the like historical groups and I think local neighborhoods were like, you cannot go through that fairy fort because if you do, we're all fucked.
Are you
And
trying to curse us
they
all?
they
Like,
they would curse us
no.
all. And
Yeah.
so much so that we ended up paying more money to build around the fort.
Oh, I love
And
this.
again, I have no information to confirm what I'm about to say, but we're going to say that it's true because it's
Yeah,
more fun.
exactly.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
according to the girlies on TikTok, that if you look up the weather forecast for this area and if you look up the accidents on this road, they are statistically higher beside the fort than any other place on the road. So apparently the weather has been mad. Like they get the craziest rainstorms there, but not like 5 kilometers down, 5 kilometers up. You wouldn't get that at all. It's just in this
No
particular
way.
part. And even though the
Mad.
road is a straight road, there has been loads of accidents and no necessarily reasons why.
It's a motorway, I guess. If it's part of a motorway, people tend to
But
drive fast and quite recklessly. But yeah, no,
but
I mean,
but more than any other part of the motorway is this
oh,
particular part.
I wish I
Don't
knew the
be nice.
particular part so I could avoid it at all
I
costs.
actually think it's near Kerry.
Oh, that wouldn't be M50 then.
Uh, I don't know where it is. Either it's a motorway anyway. And
Yeah,
it's in Ireland.
there you
That's
go.
my yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's gonna have a ferry for it, it's gonna be in Ireland. Whoa. The one that I often think of, given there's so many foxes around me, is the banshee.
Yeah.
So,
Now you
the
can't
story of,
say her name another 2 times when you explain the story.
is that a thing? No.
Yeah, you can't say her name 3 times or she'll appear.
Good God, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not going to say it because that story scares me. I remember hearing it as a child and just getting so freaked out. Um, so those who don't know, that creature is somebody. If you hear the scream, it means that somebody in the house will die. Is that the story you heard?
I think so. I think it means that death is near. It's the
Okay, and
wailing woman in all
yeah,
black.
and so she sits on the roof and combs her hair, and screams. Yes. But so I recently learned because foxes screech, foxes, like whatever foxes say or whatever.
What does the fox say?
Yeah, whatever a fox says, whatever a fox says, it's like it is a wailing screech. Oh my days. It's a terrifying sound. And the first few times that I heard it, I was quite freaked out. But you know it's an animal. Anyway, I
Mm.
said it amongst friends, and one of my friends, who's the answer to almost everything you ask, said that that is where the legend came from back in ancient times. They heard that screech and that they made up that myth
That
based
feels
on.
more like a modern day explanation for a old legend.
Oh,
It doesn't sound like something that would have happened that many years ago. It feels like we're like, "Oh, that's what it was," because that's how we can make sense of it now,
yeah, true, true, true.
you know? Because who knows? Also, there are so many creatures that are now extinct that would have been there in ancient times. But,
In ancient times, my son is always saying ancient times. So we were playing a game, and I said something like, "Oh, I used to love this game when I was a kid." To which he said, "They had this in ancient times."
burn.
In the olden times, they had this game. Sick burn, dude.
It's actually very recently, very recently. But Ava and Jack's film, her song, did you watch that?
Yes. Oh my God, it was amazing. You just reminded me of it. I loved it.
So good. So,
Mm.
one of my other bridesmaids, Ava Borlazzo, and Jack Kieran made a short film called Her Song, which you probably might have seen because Brenda Fricker, actually, who recently passed away,
Mm.
she
She voiced it, right?
Nicola Coughlan voiced it. Was Brenda Fricker the other one?
I
Yes,
think
it
it was
was.
Nicola Coughlan and Brenda Fricker. Yeah.
It was both of them. Brenda Fricker was the gran and Nicola
Uh-huh.
Coughlan was the young one. And Brenda Fricker was on the Late Late Show when I think something else came out about the Magdalen laundries. And she was on the Late Late Show to read a poem. And because she was in the film, then the Late Late Show played the film as well. They had it on RTE Player,
Oh
which
yeah.
was such a deadly opportunity.
Yeah.
Like they won an IFTA for it, I think.
Cool.
It did so
Unbelievable.
well. And it was their film
It was
from
the first one.
college. Yeah, it
Yes.
was unreal, like
Yeah.
such talented friends. But in the film, you can watch it online. Her, the woman, the wailing woman that we're speaking about, she in the film, she is actually crying for the loss of her baby. So sorry,
Oh.
the her song is about a grandmother who ends up telling the story of the child that was taken from her to her daughter, who's Nicola Coughlan. And the wailing woman is pictured in this, and she is actually wailing because she's crying with the mothers in the mother and baby home whose babies were taken from them, and she's crying with them to help comfort them.
That's such a powerful story.
And
It's
she was just
actually,
misunderstood.
because I obviously forgot the details. God damn it, Ava. So good. And Jack, fair play. Good God.
Ah, if you need a little cry, watch it.
Bawling watching that. It's so good.
It's so good. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful short film.
Mm.
And actually their latest short film is now available. It's done all the festivals now, so you can now watch that Bog online very, very soon. It's very good as well.
Oh, cool.
There you go. But yeah, all the Irish mythologies. Well, have you heard the one about Hy-Brasil?
No.
Or
What is
is it
High Basil?
Oh, is it Hy-Brasil? Yeah, Hy-Brasil. It's Hy-Basil Bush. Remember Basil Bush?
It's expensive basil.
Hy-Brasil is a phantom island that appears off the coast of West Ireland for one day every 7 years.
One day.
One day,
Hoo-hoo.
this island will be spotted. It is said to be an island where like kings live. Apparently, there's like 6-foot rabbits there, like all these mythical creatures.
But rabbits, all these mythical
All these mythical creatures, like these big, massive rabbits.
big massive rabbits is gonna come to mind. I'm thinking unicorns, Pegasus, giant rabbits.
No, there's these huge rabbits. There's just loads of them hopping around the island. It takes them 2 seconds to get from one side to the other.
They're desperate to get off. They're still on the second island.
And this island is set to appear in 2026 if it hasn't already. So the story goes is that you'll see loads of fog and the fog will clear and the island will be there. Now this island has been documented for hundreds of years. Like it was
Oh.
in maps from the 1300s. It's going
Ooh,
way back, and it was
okay.
only taken off maps actually in the 1900s.
Whoa.
So fairly recently, because it
Yeah.
was decided this place obviously doesn't exist. Like there's so many stories of people who went to go find the island and you can't find the island
Well,
because
islands can. Well, I'm going to say something that sounds like fact, but I'm just guessing. Islands can disappear, right? Like coastal erosion can destroy an island, rising tides, etc. Like that
that's
can
true.
all disappear an island, but they don't tend to reappear, do they?
They don't tend to reappear, Aoife. They don't. And now talk about what your friend was saying about the wailing woman is a fox. Now they're saying, oh well, they were just mirages over the course. I'm like, would you like?
It's a mirage.
It's a pretty
That's
big
not.
mirage.
I don't like that explanation. I prefer an explanation about tides are going up and go down. That feels more substantial than a mirage.
Yes, it does actually. That's true. Yeah, and apparently, if the people who did go find it that never came back, did they
Ooh.
find the island? And once you find the island, can you come back?
Our very own Bermuda Triangle, guys.
Yeah.
Great trip.
Very true. Very true.
When's it supposed to arrive? Do you know?
You don't know.
Oh,
You have to keep your eye out. Yeah.
I see. And do you know where it is?
They're not going to tell you. Off the
Oh,
coast of the West.
okay. I love it.
Near Ireland, Aoife. Come on.
Could it be Atlantis?
It could be Atlantis.
Hmm?
There's loads of little spooky stuff in Ireland, though.
Yeah, I love all this lore. Also, my favorite little niche on social media at the moment is seeing Ireland through people who haven't grown up here's eyes. They make Ireland look spectacular.
So much
Like,
better than it
honestly,
is.
thank you guys.
Well, apparently, because coming from my friends who are trying to buy at the moment, they
Mm.
said that they're getting outbid now by loads of Americans who are coming over to live in Ireland, and they're like, we're waiting out Trump.
They're taking our jobs.
These Americans coming over. But they're all buying over in Ireland, apparently.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I have noticed a lot of Americans on social media living in Ireland. I follow a good few of them, though.
Sorry, did you say have you seen all your favorite nieces as Americans making Ireland seem good, or did I just put Americans in there?
You just
Yeah,
put
yeah. You were like,
Americans in there.
Other people loving it, and I'm like, these Americans coming.
Americans. I think they do just like it here. I I saw a really cute reel from one of my favorite Americans living in Ireland, the Galway gal. She did I think it was her top 5 unexpected things that she loves about Ireland.
Can I guess what they are?
Yeah, yeah, go. Okay,
I'm
one is
thinking it's
very obvious.
that we say thank you to the bus driver when we get off the bus.
That's not in my memory. No.
Oh, okay, go on. What
But
does she have then?
there's something in that lane. Okay, one is very obvious and it's a food thing.
Our Chinese chippers, curry chips.
Chippers, Chinese food in Ireland. No. I
Irish
think
Chinese food. It's different.
it is different. It is different. But yes, chippers, specifically curry chips. And she named Supermax.
Yes. Supermax is the best chips.
Do Supermax have the best chips?
Yeah, and actually I'll say it. I'll say this as well. Abracadabra do pretty decent chips as well.
Ooh, there's a chipper that was beside the Palace nightclub and I forget what it's called now. But
McGuinness's.
oh, nope.
Yeah.
It had a funny little name. No, it wasn't McGuinness's.
It was
People also love, is it Charlie's?
Yeah, Charlie's, but that always
Yeah.
gives you food poisoning, allegedly.
Oh. Yeah, not the curry chips.
Allegedly, nearly everyone I know have gotten food poisoning from Charlie's.
Oh dear,
Yeah, and it couldn't be the drink. It
lads.
couldn't be the drink at all. No, no, no,
No.
no, 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 no. It wouldn't be that.
Food poisoning. I was spiked. Okay, so two others that are such big ones. Okay, one that is such an Armomism.
Pet.
Yes, pet. How
Oh,
Irish people, I love that you got that. How Irish people endearingly call each other pet and in not in any kind of condescending way. Oh, thanks, pet. It is such an Armomism, but actually when I think about it, our dad does it too.
he does. We all do. Pet, I
Yeah.
would say, is someone younger than you who you're fond of.
Yes,
That's a
yes. I
pet.
remember our mom used to call one of my friends just her first name and then pet.
Oh,
Always.
didn't
Like,
get that term
Circa
of
pet.
endearment, but whatever. Uh,
Come on in, Circa pet.
oh,
Yeah, very sweet. And then, okay, so the other one that is such an Irishism that is quite akin to saying thank you to a bus driver. I'm just going to tell you, it's waving to each other when you're driving down a country road, the little like
oh
salute
yeah,
that we give each other in a car.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm,
I don't even think it's just a country road. Obviously when you pull in like in on my road where I live, like
anywhere you have
yeah.
to give a wave, and I think if you don't give a wave, it's a bit of a
What's wrong with you?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
very weird behavior.
Uppity.
Also, just
Uppity.
saying
Beep.
hi, like that's the thing. I think is still living in London. If I pass a neighbor, I will say hi, how are you? Blah blah. Kind of walking down the road, and
Yeah.
sometimes you warm people up enough that they'll go hi.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, because I had a recurring cast of people that I would see in Earl's Court, and it would take. But to your point, it would take a lot of interactions before you get to the "hello, how are you" kind of stage. Whereas
Mm.
I remember going for like my first few walks, being back in Dublin, and everyone just saying hello. It is really nice. And actually, then my first trip outside of Dublin. We went to Kerry and they're nicer still. Like genuinely. No, it's so true. They're so nice down the country. They are just
So
so
it's going to be
friendly.
like the front cover of all like newspapers that are outside Dublin. Dublin woman finally sees when people are nicer outside Dublin. Like,
Dublin woman
no
finally
shit.
admits.
They're way nicer.
I thought you were laughing in like outrage.
No, of course they are.
So incredibly nice down the country. But yeah, it was a
Notorious.
shock. It was a shock to my London system to have so many people just be so kind and so friendly.
You'll have people now from Mayo being like, well, we're way nicer.
We're not cursing anyone. That was a Dublin woman.
Now, come here. I think we've chatted so much about Ireland, and actually, there's a lot more conspiracy theories I still want to get into. But well, I don't know if we have time for our male listener.
Yeah, we do them
Listener
next week.
email.
Do them next week. We will.
Oh well, yeah, we'll do our male listener.
Sorry.
Is that his conundrum? But
Do you have a quick little email that we could read or anything? No?
I have a real life "Am I the asshole" for you.
Ooh, sits up straight.
She's fully sit upright in her seat now. So this story was told to me, and I kind of had a different opinion, but then very quickly was
Okay.
swayed, rubber arm, as I
Ooh,
am.
yeah.
And then I was chatting with the girls yesterday, and they had the opinion I originally formed.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
gonna give it to you. This is a
Please.
stag. I actually have another stag story to tell you, but I think it's gonna have to be another episode because there's actually a lot to discuss. It's
Oh,
mad. We'll have to do a hen
ooh.
or a stag thing.
Yeah, send us in your hen and stag.
Okay, send us in your emails about hens and stag stories. Let me ask my sister pod at
Mm,
gmail.com or head to our socials. We also have an anonymous form that you can
yeah.
fill in there too. But this story, right? So
Okay.
I'm going to give them names. Dave went on a stag
Okay.
and they were having a great time with the lads. And then a couple of them were like, "We go get a little bag and
Hmm.
head out."
Okay.
So three of the lads said they met up with the guy and he said, "Yeah, come follow me. I'll get you the bag." And they
Hmm.
were following this guy down. They're off in Spain or something.
Bag, colloquial term. Do we want to explain? No.
Drugs.
Bag of drugs. Yeah.
Sorry, it's our mother that you're explaining this to. A little
Mom,
bag of
bag
drugs.
is code for cocaine.
So they went to get some parties, which you should never do. Never do
Yeah. No,
drugs.
no, no. Drugs are bad.
No, no. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
So anyway, the lads were after some crack. So they went in the fun terms, not in
Yeah.
the
Not,
in the
not,
drug terms.
yeah.
Crack cocaine. The lads were after a bag. So they were following this man down a street for a while and they were kind of getting a bit sketch. So the three of them said to each other, "Look, wherever he brings us, if he brings us inside, we're not going inside with this man. We're staying
Yeah.
outside." So Dave, his friend Tom, and Jerry, Dave, Tom, and Jerry all agreed that they wouldn't go outside. So anyway,
Yeah.
Tom, Dave, and Jerry get there, and your man's like, "Oh, come on inside, and I'll get you the bag." And Jerry goes, "Yeah, okay, cool, no problem," and follows your man straight inside
Into a house.
into the house. And they're like, "What the
Shit.
hell?" And they were walking for at least 15 minutes as well. So they're
Okay.
out of the town. They don't know where they are, and he's gone into the house, and they're kind of freaking out. They're like, he didn't even confer with them. He just went straight in.
Jesus.
So they're kind of panicking and they're waiting. And then all of a sudden, the house gets raided by the guards. So
No.
all the policia, all of them come in and they're like big guns and everything. They're all going into the house and they're kind of panicking. So Dave is like, "What do I do?" Like he's like, We need to get Jerry. We need to get Jerry."
Yeah.
And then Tom is like, "Let's go, let's go, let's go. We'll go get help. We got to go." And Dave, I don't remember whose name I said was what.
Yeah.
Then Tom, right, that. So Tom is like,
Jerry's
"I'll go."
nice.
Jerry's nice. So Tom is like, "Let's go, let's get out of here, get some help, let's go." And then Dave is like, "No, no, we can't leave without Jerry. We don't know what's going to happen." And then Tom just sprints away. He sprints away, he leaves. So then Dave is there, just trying to figure out what's going on. Eventually, all the cops come out. They didn't
Uh,
arrest anyone, they didn't do anything. And Dave is kind of hanging around waiting for Jerry. There's no sign of Jerry. He asked someone, like, "Oh, did you see a guy in there, like an Irish guy in there?" And they don't know. So he's like, "Right, I'm going to have to go in by myself
shit.
and find where Jerry is." So in Dave goes into the gaff and he said the place was like something out of a film. Like there were people like shooting up on the stairs, like getting like
Jesus.
riding in the hallway. Like it was just
Uh,
insane.
like a
So he's
den.
not really looking anywhere, but also trying to look
Yeah.
everywhere for Jerry.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then he can't find him. So he's like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck. I don't know what to do." So then he comes back out of the house. He doesn't know where Jerry is. Tom's already ran off and he's panicking a little bit there. Then all of a sudden this car comes back up and Jerry gets out of the car with the lads. And what happened was they were all in the house. They were upstairs and he was getting the drugs. And
Yeah.
then the guards came in and the drug dealers like shoved him out the window with the bag of drugs and was like, "Get out, get out, get into the car, get into the car. If the guards find you, they will arrest you. You have to go. We just have to get in the car and drive." So they like literally climbed out of the like first the upstairs bedroom, downstairs onto the ground, got into the car and drove like 15 minutes away and then
Jesus.
waited. The whole time, your man Jerry was just like, "I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die,
Yeah.
I'm gonna die." And then then they were like, oh, here you go. Here's the drugs. Off you pop. Sorry about that. Haha. And then
Cheeky little discount for you. Tell your friends.
and then the lads come back anyway. Tom's brought all the lads back. But this is kind of where things go. Do you think Tom was right to leave Dave and go get help? Or do you think Tom should have stayed with Dave? Or do you think Dave should have gone back with Tom? Or is Jerry the asshole because he went in without them?
Jerry's the asshole for going in. They had said they wouldn't go in. They decided not to go in. But he did it. So, like, yeah, he shouldn't have gone in, but he did it. So I think your man running off was a bit of an asshole.
So this is the opinion when I was told the story. They were like, what a coward. He ran away. He's left his friends, which I understand. But also, he went off to go get help. He went off to go get all the lads and he brought them all back. So
he brought all the lads back.
So all the lads came back. So I was kind of like, no, he did the smart thing here. I understand why Dave, I feel like I would have stayed, but also girls are different, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was a complete asshole.
Yeah, Jerry's definitely the asshole for going inside. They agreed they would not, and he went in, like, and didn't even say say anything or confer. So yeah, Jerry, you're the asshole. I don't know. Was the guy Dave pissed off that Tom ran away?
I think he was pissed off that he ran away. He was like, you should have stayed with me, because he was then left alone in this.
Yeah, they should have made this decision together. Like, it's all every man for himself in this situation. Instead of being a team, gotta be team players, lads.
Especially when you're going to collect drugs. You got
exactly. Yeah.
Allegedly. They all allegedly did this. All the names are fake.
Yeah.
But I think the guy, so then your man, now this will kind of make you think Tom is a bit more of an asshole for doing his running. But so then anyway, they were outside and they all had like a little bit of drugs. And then they were like, oh, we'll have like a little bit more. And all of it was gone. And they were kind of like, Jesus, did we go through all of that just to get like hardly anything?
Yeah.
There's no point. And then it turns out your man had gone to the bathroom and he'd done it all.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, I know. Very intense.
He didn't have any, I suppose, when he ran off to find his friends. Like, he didn't have it.
He didn't have it then. That's true.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, guys, don't do drugs. It's bad. And always stay with your friends. But tune back in next week when we're going to talk about our male listener. Shocking.
What's he going to have to say for himself?
I have no idea. Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.